This is interesting because even for the purposes of this conversation, I prepared some studies that were also the basis of our analysis. And for example, SIBOS indicates here that not only adult Poles, but also Poles aged 18 to 34. So look, Natalia, how young people have a problem with chronic loneliness. So here we're not just talking about people like before who were older, people over 50, but we're also dealing with young people. I think that to a large extent, I don't know what you think. I'm also curious about your opinion. We have the online world here, which just really cuts us off from those contacts, those interpersonal relationships. You know, I even look at my daughter, who is now 8 years old, and I see how her social circle, I'm not saying the whole environment, but how she tends to seek out those online contacts. That online interaction is already starting. There are YouTubers, and those kinds of interactions are beginning. And it's like, I'll just stay at home, watch something, right? Or communicate with someone. In my opinion, it's terrifying because research clearly shows that it's not just older people anymore, but also people aged 18 to 34. And that's where we have the highest rate of chronic loneliness. Look, I think we're actually entering a certain pattern. I mean, that's my perspective, but maybe even an illness, because when something is chronic, we're already dealing with some symptoms of a disease, right? So definitely to answer the first part you mentioned about organizing things, I think that when someone who is listening to us today feels that this isn't the kind of solitude you choose for yourself or for himself, I think that's the moment when you should start looking for help.